Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Dorian Arnaz Daily. Okay, today I was going to film a video based on some products that I received from this lovely young lady named Tia, and she owns her own company. It's called Gigi's Home Boutique. So I was going to film a video regarding my review on her candles, but I think I'm going to get that up probably within the next 2 weeks because I still need to burn them and get a better feel of how they are. But yeah, I was just sitting here and I was like, I want to film a video, but I don't know what I want to talk about. So I'm just going to talk to you guys about some things that I've been thinking about. I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but it's basically going to be like another life talks type video because it's just been a lot of stuff going on in the world, and I just want to speak to you guys from the heart and just get some things off my mind. So if you're interested in having a little girls chit chat talk with me, then just continue watching. Okay, so let's see here. I posted a video last week in regards to the Orlando shootings at the gay nightclub called Pulse. And as you guys know, like I said, this situation just really didn't sit well with me. It kind of just broke my heart into a million pieces. And it's just a very sensitive thing because I just keep thinking in my head, that that could have been me. And it could have been someone I knew. It could have been anybody. It could have been some of you guys. So, it's just very, very heartbreaking. And I feel like it's discouraging to the LGBT community simply because it's like we're taking steps back instead of forward. I just really don't get that whole thing. Like, they're saying the dude was gay, that he was at the club before, that he was on gay apps, but it's been so many different things floating around. It's just saddening. But yeah, what's basically on my mind today is I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about depression and anxiety. As you guys know, my grandmother passed away, and that's something that really took me into like a deep, dark, spiraling depression. I posted a video last year, I think, regarding my struggle with depression and anxiety, but I deleted it because the quality just wasn't great, and there's a lot of things I wanted to say that I didn't. So I'm going to get real deep in this video. So hopefully you guys, can understand and won't judge me. But yeah, I would say my struggle with depression and anxiety started when I was about, oh my God, maybe 12 or 13, I would say. My mother, she was on drugs when I was growing up, and she wasn't really around in my life like she should have been. I was thankful and grateful enough to have my grandmother and my grandfather in my life, and they were wonderful to me, and they're like my parents. So that's why, it's so hurtful to me that my grandma isn't here anymore. But I think this is a topic and a subject that doesn't get talked about a lot because people always want to feel like they're so strong and hard, and people don't like to talk about feelings, especially within the black community. They're always like, black folks don't go to church. I mean, black people don't go to therapy, they go to church. But I'm one of those people who I like to do both. Now, I haven't been to church in a while. I'm not going to sit up here and lie, but I do watch online and I read the Bible. But this is just something that's been kind of bugging me lately because I feel like a lot of people in my life, you know, they just think that I'm very sensitive, I'm overly sensitive, and I wear my heart on my sleeve. That's something that my aunt tells me like all the time. But what really gets me is that when other people are dealing with things and they say that they're sad or something is wrong, it's okay for them to feel the way they do. But whenever I say something is wrong with me, it's like you're being too sensitive, and that really irks me and kind of bugs me because it's like I have every right to feel the way that I feel, considering my grandmother is not here anymore and my life has been turned upside down. Starting last year, as you guys know, I left my last job because it was just horrible. Like, it stressed me out, it made me sick, and I just couldn't deal with it. Um, So I moved out of my apartment and I moved back home. 3, 4, yeah, 4 or 5, maybe 4 months later, my grandma died. So it's like my world is just different. I was in a relationship for almost 2 years. That went down the drain. Cheated on me, was married, had a family. I had no idea. So just imagine how you can be with somebody for almost 2 years and there never be a sign of a woman or anything. You know, that's kind of hurtful. I feel like the rug was pulled from out under me. I was at this guy's house every day, almost every day, every other day, his apartment. There was no sign of any bitch there. So that's something that's been on my mind. And I hate for this video to sound like I'm rambling or complaining, because I'm not. I just want to, get out how I feel and talk to you guys. So with that being said, I am dealing with a whole lot of change right now. And change is good. It's not always bad. But I just felt like my life was in a place where I was happy, and then it just got taken away from me. Now, I do have a new job, as you guys know. But I don't think that it's really for me. I'm happy with the pay, and it's not a horrible job or anything like that. It's a lot of work, but the environment is just very stuffy, and it's quote unquote corporate America, which I have worked in corporate America forever, so I know, the ins and outs of it. But it's reminding me of when I worked for this car insurance company, and I was just treated very weirdly because of my sexuality. I wasn't able to get positions. I wasn't able to really be myself, and I felt like I was like going to work every day. I don't want to say pretending, but I went to work every day and I was like not fully being myself. I was holding back, and it made me seem angry, made me seem sad, and you could just tell that I wasn't happy because I felt like I couldn't truly be who I was. So fast forward to when I worked for Wells Fargo, it's like I blossomed into who I wanted to be. I could dress the way I wanted to dress when I worked there. I could basically be myself. The only downfall was the job was just too much for anybody to handle. And I'm not the only person who complained about that job. A lot of people did. Now, the way that I feel now, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder, was that job really that bad? Because in the new job I have, even though I'm not on the phone, it's still a different type of stress. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to quit or anything like that, but with the job, you have to meet a certain production criteria, production goal, and that part is honestly kind of stressing me out because I don't feel like the job is secure. I feel like I have to bust my ass and stress until I get it secure once I reach to where I have to go when they start, monitoring our numbers and things like that of how many like claims and things like that that we close out. But I expressed that to my aunt, and she was really, nice about it, and we talked, and she gave me some advice. But I feel like she thought that maybe it was just me like giving up, or wanting to leave a job. And she was like, don't leave a job that's paying you like all this money, blah blah blah, which they do pay really well compared to other jobs that I've had. But at the end of the day, money is not everything. Like, of course you need it to live, and I want it because I like to shop, and I want to be able to be financially stable and secure and not have to depend on anyone, because that's like a major thing for me. I don't like to depend on people but yeah. So my main issue is that I feel like in life, whenever I feel like I'm happy or I've reached a point to where I think, this is where I need to be and this is like what I've strived for, I feel like I fall flat on my ass. It's like you want to succeed and achieve certain things in life, and then it's like when you get it, you question it and wonder why you're there. And that's kind of how I feel right now. I feel extremely lost because not having my grandmother, not being in that relationship that I was in anymore, and basically just having my world turn around. Like, I'm only 27, I'll be 28 in August. I know that I have a whole lot of my life ahead of me, but I'm just very particular and hard on myself when it comes to things. And I don't want to say I care about what other people think, because I really don't. But I don't want people to have a reason to say that I failed. And I feel like that's what my family is doing. Like, they're just waiting for me to fall. And I'm kind of really tired of that. Like, it's so irritating. And people wonder why when they call or text me, I don't respond to them. But it's because it's just so much going on. And I honestly feel like people are just not genuine. Um, and it's just like, I don't have time for that. And like I said, I've struggled with depression and anxiety for a long time. So I'm not blaming how I feel on other people. It's just, I don't feel like people are sensitive and understanding to somebody going through something like that. Depression and anxiety is a serious thing. There's many people who commit suicide and attempt suicide every day because of that. And I'm just tired of people telling me how to feel. I'm tired of people telling me what I should do and how I should react and what to specifically do with my life. It's my life. And it's just so crazy because people tell you in the same sentence that, oh, you need to do this and I care and I don't want anybody treating you bad. But you're so judgmental and so just not supportive. And like I said, with my grandmother passing, everybody in my family has been dealing with things in different ways. But when my aunt told me that, it kind of pissed me off, and I didn't say anything, um, which I probably should have. But it's like, I just don't want to have that conversation because I don't really want to go there with anybody because I don't have time to argue, and I don't really care to address it. She is subscribed to me on YouTube, so she may watch this video. But, you know, I'm not saying this as a negative. It's just reality is reality. I understand life is hard. I get that. But nobody knows what I'm going through. And I feel like nobody is sensitive to the fact that I'm living without someone who's so influential in my life. So for me, it's hard for me to move on and deal with the stress of a job, deal with the stress of life, deal with the stress of anything because I'm so broken. I lost a relationship, somebody who I was deeply in love with, and I'm still in love with, to be quite honest. I lost the love of my life, my grandmother. Um, I'm in a new living situation, which is not bad, but it's just getting used to everything that's going on in my life and trying to make the best of what it is now is hard. Financially, there's a place where I want to be. Professionally, there's an area that I want to be, because I'm starting my own business, and that's kind of been going rough for me, finding like vendors and financing it because I'm trying to keep afloat with my life, and I just want to find something that makes me happy. I don't want to do things to make the public happy, if that makes sense. Like blogging and vlogging, making videos, that's fun for me. It's creative and it allows me to be creative. The job that I currently have is not like that. It's just very, straightforward, corporate America, cutthroat. It's different. Like, you have to be a special type person to work in corporate America. And I can hold my own by all means, but I feel like people judge me and look at me in certain type ways because I'm gay and my demeanor is very soft. So people feel like they can talk to me in a type of way and do what they want to do. And then when I react, it's always taken as a negative. But my thing is I let things build, and then when I'm finally to my breaking point, I blow up and steam comes out my ears and it doesn't come out right. So I just feel like I'm getting to a point in life where I'm just not giving a fuck about anything, about nobody's feelings or shit, because no one else cares about what you're going through. Everybody in life is just selfish and they only care about what's going on with them. Everybody only cares about what's going on exclusively to their own life and not what other people are dealing with. And my thing is, I was raised to, if you have a family, you're supposedly close to them, you reach out to them, you try to make sure that everyone's okay, try to keep a good relationship. My family is not like that, and I'm just to the point where I'm just completely fed up with almost everyone because it's it's so much fakeness, and people pretend like, oh my God, I love you, I care about you so much, but they really want to use you, and I'm just over it. Like, if I could just pack all my stuff and just go to another city, another country, and not talk to anybody, that's what I would do, because I don't trust anybody except for probably my sister, but that's it. And my best friend. My friends are more like my family than my own family is. And like I said, this is not a bashing video. It's just reality. My grandmother was the person who kept us together, in my opinion, because there's always been issues. I don't know about for everyone else, but for me, because things that I've seen growing up and now, it's just a lot of stuff that I don't like. And I'm tired of pretending and trying to make it seem like it's great when it's not. Like, half of us don't like each other and half of the family does not get along. So my thing is, if that's how you feel, then, you know, I'm just over it. I'm just in a place right now where I'm just so filled with depression, anxiety, anger, hurt, grieving, that honestly the only thing I want to do, like I said, is move, maybe find me a guy that I can have some fun with. And that may be too much for y'all ears, but that's just how I feel. Like, it's just, it's crazy. And I don't want to break down and cry, but depression and anxiety is a real thing. And a lot of that, especially if you're so close knit to family and you don't feel like they're supportive, that's not going to help you when it comes to getting over that. My self-esteem, I love myself, and I do have high self-esteem to a certain extent, but I feel like because I'm alone right now and I'm not in a relationship, and I feel like I just need the comfort of a man, and I don't have that. So I know you're not supposed to base, your happiness off of a man, and I made a video about that because, you can do things to make yourself happy, but at some point, shopping gets old. At some point, the makeup gets old. At some point, going out with your friends, it gets old. You want someone to share the connection with. You want somebody to love you. And that's how I feel. And I feel like the relationships I've had, my last one, it was a good relationship until I found out what was being done. So it's like that all was a lie. And people who I've met after him, it was just a disaster because I seem to run into a lot of down low guys, and yeah, they just seem to love me. And it's not that that's my particular type, but I do like the quote unquote masculine type man. So yeah, I'm just hurting right now, you guys. I'm just in a lot of pain. I'm trying to get myself out of it. I try to make videos and just seem happy and jolly, but I'm really not happy. Like, I'm just so numb, and I'm still struggling with trying to find out, what life is about, trying to be strong and just trying to keep going, but it gets hard. Like, I'm just to a point where I'm just completely, broken down, and I don't know what else to do. I just really would like to find something in life that makes me happy and put my all into it. And like I said, YouTube is one of those things, and I'm hoping that one day this becomes a lucrative career for me. So far I have made a little money, and I've gotten free products and things like that. But and my goal, like I said, is not to be some big star or anything. It's just I want to do something that makes me happy. So whether that's my blogging, my styling, my decorating, anything like that, this business that I'm starting, I just hope that everything goes good. But I just wanted to share with you guys the things that I'm going through, and if you guys want to leave comments down below and reach out to me, let me know some things that you're dealing with, and we can have a little therapy session with each other. Definitely don't hesitate to do that. But I just want to talk to you guys and let you know how I was feeling. And this wasn't meant to be a sad sob story. It's just, like I said, I'm going to incorporate real life events into my channel, and this is what I'm currently going through. So I just want to say to you guys, if you are in pain or going through something or grieving or just missing somebody that you love, just pray and, read self-help books and just try to be positive and allow yourself to feel. Like, especially with an African American community, people don't allow themselves to feel. If you feel sad, if you're going through something, feel it, go through it so that you can get over that hump. With me,